Alrighty, so here's 3 things I look for as a coach when I look at new players and new recruits. So number 1 and the biggest one is going to be good grades. Good grades, it may not seem like it means much, but it's really indicative of the kind of player that I'm dealing with and the kind of person I'm dealing with. If you're someone that has good grades, it tells me a couple things about you. It tells me you can keep a deadline. It tells me you have good time management. And it really tells me that you're not going to be a headache for me later on in terms of keeping up with your grades, showing up to practice, watching film, or watch film. It's what they call it in traditional film or VOD. I won't have to chase after you. That there's a level of responsibility when you have good grades that is kind of transfers over. Something else that I could also substitute for that is playing on sports teams in high schools. Whether it's for your high school team or it's called Optimus here, but we have like other leagues that are like outside of your school. But being involved in sports is another really good one that tells me that you're probably going to be a good pickup and someone that I want to be a part of my team. Okay, so number 2 is definitely going to be familiarity with the competitive scene of the game that you're playing. If you're coming in and you just play ranked and you're a ranked demon, that's cool, that's great, especially if you're high rank. But if you don't watch the competitive scene, you don't know the pro league, the amateur teams, or anything else about the community, or have never been to a tournament, it gives some room for pause and speculation because there's going to be a lot to teach you, there's going to be a lot to learn, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it's also better to have kind of this background knowledge, right? Imagine you're picking up a quarterback. You want someone that can throw the ball really well and throw it really far. But if he's never played an official game of football in his life, you're going to kind of pause and take some time to really think about that. All right, so number 3 is something that a lot of you could probably guess, but it's social media following. If you have a Twitter, a TikTok, a YouTube, any sort of social media presence that revolves around either not so much a personal presence, but anything that revolves around you and your content as a competitor, as a gamer, as whatever, it's really a big boost because that also helps incentivize me to pick you up because that's more recognition for our brand, our community, our teams. Your audience becomes our audience in the mindset of like someone that's a recruiter. So if you have those talents or you have the background, it definitely helps out a ton. I will always, if I have to pick between 2 players, and I say this all the time, if I have to pick between 2 Valorant players and they're both Radiant top 500, one has 100 followers and one has 10,000 followers, I'm going with the one with 10,000 followers every day, no contest. So yeah, guys, 3 tips for helping get recruited, things that I look for. So hope that helps. See ya.